Good morning, Crypto Chaos. Good morning, Doom. How you guys doing? How you guys holding in there? How you guys doing? Good morning. Good morning. It's Groundhog Day. You guys, sick of this shit. I'm so tired of it. But it is Groundhog's Day. Yes, great. I wake up and shake that hog. Yeah. Pain. All the pain consuming the markets. It's Groundhog's Day. Grab some of that coffee too. I'm gonna need it. All right. Let's see where we are this morning, guys. Where do we land in our prediction? I'm sure we got winning, too much winning. Tired of winning this morning again. So much, you may even get tired of winning. Look at that. Wow, look at that, guys. Haven't even looked at this yet. Right down the center again. Calling for baseline bear. Right on top of our target. The second day in a row. Who would have thunk? I'm tired of winning. Yeah, we did actually bounce off the newly added parallel channel. And we're just barely hanging on here, man. Hanging on here. How are you guys doing in the chat? Let's catch up with you guys in the chat. Before we continue, there's a lot of doom to talk about this morning. The dump continues, says G-Dog in the house. Yes, the dump continues. Thank you for reminding me. The dump continues. The house hippo dump, that is. For those who, appreciate that one. Sup peeps, how's it going? Nick Lovin in the house. We got Brandon White says, I was going to activate some dry powder, but I will wait. I know Tao would probably see $200. Are we under that now already? I thought we were already under it. Oh, we're pretty much there now. Yeah, we did touch, of course, 190 so far. Let's see, Brandon. Okay, Brandon Wising on talking says the Chaos Family says, hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone is doing well indeed. Thank you so much, Gamma Goddess, for of course bringing us a smile to our day. With Brandon White says, I'm about to grab the bank key. Do it. Do it. It's about time to do that. Just run off to Canada. Yes, Strawberry Dragon says, good morning, Chaos. Good morning, TGIF, of course. Our favorite flavor of dragon, strawberry. Good morning. It's a good morning, guys. Whoever buys here is going to be the champions, right? But I'm right there with Brandon. I think it was Brandon who said that. Yeah, I'm right there, Brandon. I think I'll wait. I think at this point, I'm just going to start stacking cash. Wait to see how much more doom we can still have, of course, on this pullback. Crypto Quinn says, good morning, guys. Good morning. I'm still nibbling. This is all I'm doing. I'm just nibbling. Crypto Quinn says, good morning, guys. Good morning, Crypto Quinn. Greetings, says Bricks. How's it going, Bricks? How you doing this morning? All right. So we do have, Doomberg out here talking with Rick Reeder this morning. Of course, the overall tech sell-off continues, second or third day in a row.
All right, let's take a look at what's going on in the markets ahead of the opening bell. You can see these big red arrows, and we could be in store for the first down week in 10. We had 9 consecutive weeks of gains on stocks, so it's not that bad, right, if we go lower. And part of the reason could be that we're selling off certain stocks to make room for massive IPOs coming our way. You can see NASDAQ futures down more than S&P futures by about double, so 1.4%. We see yields creeping higher, and Brent right now holding at $94.22. After a blowout jobs number, let's bring in BlackRock Chief Investment Officer of Global Fixed Income, Rick Reeder. Rick, great to have you on Friday Jobs Day, and especially on one with such good news for the labor market and for the U.S. economy. What do you make of the non-farm payrolls?
So, Matt, it's a solid number, and I think one thing I always find it interesting when you get the top line, but then it's like markets, like all the money is when you get underneath the surface. It's a fascinating report in a couple of different regards. When you actually look at it, so, we know healthcare, we talked on the show all the time. Healthcare good again, check. Local government was a big number this month, so it was about, 50,000 jobs, local government. So what do you do with that? Interesting, that tends to move around, obviously. But then when you get underneath the surface, I find it fascinating, a couple of things. Construction was strong. Why is that? And then you dig into construction and you look at it, non-residential construction is strong, meaning AI, build out, which we know is coming, which we know is happening and will continue to come. And then you look at underneath and you look at real estate softer, and then you look at resi, residential softer. And then a thing I also thought was fascinating.
It must be.
You mentioned the finance
should be.
jobs softer. Then you dig into finance, what's happening? Insurance was pretty soft, which is a trend you've been seeing. Why is that? It's AI sensitive. These are the areas and services where you're going to start to see the softness. You're going to start to see AI start to press on the areas where you can create some real efficiencies, real productivity. So net, solid number. Things like food and drinking, I don't know what was happening that created that sort of hiring. That was solid. You got to factor that in your equation. So anyway, point being, I think you got to factor, you got an economy that's doing quite well. You've got an AI, you've got a big cylinder of AI that you see show up in construction.
Oh my God.
You see that what companies are doing that are starting to implement. So, you know, and I think you got to think about the Fed's reaction function. The data so far is solid, and you got to build that into your positioning.
All right. Rick Reader says, pretty much kind of says, the resiliency, of course, of the market is still here. All right, let's take a look at see what's going on with Kramer and Friends. We do have about 2 minutes until the opening bell. Let's see if they're talking about anything interesting this morning as we wait for the largest liquidity crunch in probably Wall Street ever with these 3 giant IPOs launching this year. The big one, of course, happens next week. And then the other 2 big ones happen again September and November. All right, looks like they're on break. And any other headlines happening this morning? U.S. Senate passes $70 billion in new funds for the ICE Border Patrol. U.S. payrolls rose by 172,000 in May, much more than expected. Unemployment now at 4.3%. Do you believe the numbers? I don't believe the numbers. 10-year Treasury yield shoots higher, above 4.5% after a strong jobs report. Oh boy. Alphabet is seeking fresh capital as stocks 4-week losing streak tests investors' appetite. And the S&P 500 futures drop as chip sell-off continues. Yields jump on jobs data. Okay. So how you guys feeling about this in the chat? Good morning. Happy. Joy in the house. How's it going, Joyce? How's it going? Good morning. Happy Friday, guys.
I think you're happy enough.
No one's happy enough. Happy joy to you again this morning, Joyce. Chaos, yes, chaos. Hey, Strawberry Dragons, of course. Gamma, big hugs, ladies in the chat, of course. The crypto crew, chaos crew, ladies. Hey, hello, shout out to Cliff, Easy, G Dog, Brandon, and everyone else. Again, Joyce spreading some love this morning. Brandon White says they need a chart showing fraud with all those graphs. Yeah, we do need one actually. Yeah, you're right. Every time that we've had revisions, there's got to be a chart which shows every single revision the Fed has put out. Let's see. Made it. Good morning, Crypto JPEG. How you doing, mate? It's been a while. Crypto JPEG, guys. One of the absolute first on my live stream. He's a true OG, man. Back when I only had like 100, followers. Insane. How's it going, Crypto JPEG? You were back there with Truck Dono too, right? Been a minute. I hope you're slowly buying the dip, inching your way in, right? It's a good time to buy, guys. It's a good time to buy. Nibbling right now is what I'm doing. All right, let's get back to it. We do have, the opening bell here any second from Doomberg. Let's get back to it. On the live. Let me refresh this.
No one else. ETF.
All right, that will be going on here any minute to ring the bell. Yes. Happy joy, says Cliff. Yes, down in my heart. Yeah, there you go. You and Cliff are like... They're buddies now. Oh, jeez. That's Cliff's favorite song. Here we go, guys.
Not because of the futures picture. We are down, and we could end this week in the negative, which would break our streak of consecutive wins. The first down week in 10 for equities.
Ring the doom bell!
But I'm pumped because the jobs number was so strong. It came in double what we were anticipating. 172,000 jobs added in this economy, and last month's figure was revised up. We're going to talk more with Rick Reader about that from BlackRock in just a second. We're going to talk with Kevin Hassett from the White House after that. So keep your questions coming. I'll throw them at these guys. Let's take a look at the AstraZeneca ringing the opening bell. at the New York Stock Exchange. They're up 78%.
Bitcoin slips under 62 again. 61.
Right up there with them.
One, I believe, is the low now.
Such a cool thing that you get if you go down to the NYSE. Liftoff Mobile ringing the opening bell at the NASDAQ to celebrate their IPO. We talked to the CEO yesterday, and they basically monetize your apps, is what he said. So kind of marketing on social media. Take a look at the reasons that we're down. The big, heavy tech stocks that have gained so much, so fast lately. For example, Micron over the last 12 months is up 1,000%.
Oh, yeah, that thing definitely
are
needs to
selling
pull
off
back
today. Micron and SanDisk to the tune of 5%. NVIDIA, a $5 trillion
come on,
company,
you can do more than
off
that.
2.5%.
Move
So
it like a meme
obviously going to
stock.
drag down the index, especially the ones that they're weighted heavily on, the S&P and the NASDAQ. So that threatens the 10th straight week of gains for the S&P 500. But investors look like they're selling to gear up for the biggest IPO in history next week. SpaceX is going to raise $75 billion at a $1.8 trillion valuation. Then you've got OpenAI. Then you've got Anthropic. And if you look at the projections for a company like SpaceX, they say a total addressable market of $28 trillion because of AI. They say, well, Evercore ISI says $800 billion in AI sales in 2030. Morgan Stanley says $3.4 trillion in total revenue in 2040. These are massive, mind-bending numbers. Let's bring it back in. BlackRock Chief Investment Officer of Global Fixed Income.
Time frame makes sense, though. But
Rick, what do you think about these
numbers.
projections? I mean, it seems like AI isn't just bullish the economy, but changes the trajectory at which we operate, if they're true.
I mean, listen. I mean, I went through the data and I talked about a presentation I gave where I looked at, if you take AI related the last 3 years, it's just about 28% of the growth of an economy that's a well over $30 trillion economy. You think about how big that. I mean, how can that be? And by the way, about 70% of the return of the S&P. And then you think about every part of the economic ecosystem today. You think about how AI, the spend and the capex. And then, per the number today, you look at the companies that are starting to adopt it and how it impacts everything. And we talked about insurance. We talked about the impact that's having on some of these services, software, et cetera. Boy, it's become, the thing I would suggest, though, you have an economy that's operating on that cylinder, and the rest of the economy is just okay. I always talk about small business, not great. Young people, lower income, not great. But boy, that part of the ecosystem is humming. The numbers are mind-blowing. I mean, every day.
Lower income, 90% of the economy.
Calls on
not great.
That's got to come to the market. It has become pretty impressive.
Well, and we see, you were talking about construction jobs, Rick. It doesn't seem as concentrated as the naysayers are worried about. Like, we look at.
All right. We've heard enough from Rick Reeder this morning. Maybe we'll come back here if, Kramer bores us a little bit. I do like, of course, Rick Reeder. He was, again, one of the most promising candidates for Fed chair, and then we got one of the Kevins instead. Kevin suck. All right, we'll see what we get next week, guys. Actually, I think it's going to be the following week. I forget. It's going to be a Wednesday. All right. It's always a Wednesday. All right. NASDAQ pacing for its worst week since March.
To that negative free cash flow, or certainly even, let's call it, unless
over a little bit this
things
morning.
could even ramp even more.
Kospi was down 5% last night.
Because trying to hold 62.
Really a great indicator of what's going to happen with cash.
Yes.
And we know that the Kospi is high bandwidth memory. It's Hynix and
There it is.
Samsung. And
It's actually has a huge weighting on.
Kramer looks like he came down this morning.
It's like half of it is South Korea.
He must have lost some big money this morning or something. All right, let's take a look and see what else is going on in our space. I'm going to just jump right over again to Rick Reeder and make sure we're not missing anything else happening.
Become pretty interesting today as people start to think about, okay, I need to diversify a little bit. I've got concentrated risk in some of the parts of my equity portfolio. Yeah, I think it's real. But again, it gets to the point of, like, you got one big cylinder that's driving so much of the economy today.
It is driving so much, though, and I think that's the point. Are there areas that AI is going to miss, Rick? Are there industries that you're worried are left behind? Do you worry about AI eating jobs in some places?
Matt, I think, people talk about the K-shaped economy, and I actually think that visual is not that great because it suggests that the lines are equivalent on both sides. I actually think that the economy today is more like a 3-month-old birthday cake. The icing's great, but then you look underneath, which is the bulk of it, and it's actually not doing so well. I mean, the thing that
there we go. That's what I'm talking about. There you go, Rick.
Workers. And I think, part of what the Fed's job and otherwise is be a bit anticipatory of where we're going and how it affects the broad population at large. And I think, obviously we and every company uses AI aggressively. And you think about, including this morning, I was going through with a member of the team, gosh, I could do this now, I could do that now, I don't need to go to, it is going to change the ecosystem. And you're seeing productivity that's heretofore kicked in. By the way, robotics, automation, all powered by that same ecosystem that, listen, I think where we're going, and by the way, when you think about the economy today, you've also got a big fiscal tailwind. When you think about where we're going the next few months, I think you'll have somewhat different disposition around that. So anyway, point I would make, if you're the Fed, I think you got to pull back. Maybe you're on hold. Like say, I position for, what could be a Fed that's more hawkish. But gosh, I think you got to think about where are we today, what's being impacted in the economy, the people in the economy, and then and give it a bit of time to evaluate the condition.
And people in the middle class right now, of course, upper poor, in my opinion. There's no middle class anymore. All right, let's move on. Let's take a look and see what the overall sentiment is in crypto. Let's start with, of course, the heartbeat. That is, of course, Bitcoin on the order books this morning. All right, we do have, let me get a snapshot real quick. Overall volume is coming down. Wow, we had a pretty big run up yesterday, almost up to $20 billion back and forth between the bulls and the bears. I think we stopped around $17-18 billion. Now coming back down already to $12 billion back and forth. Bulls and the bears right now kind of just exhausted. We're stuck in a really tight channel. Yeah, still tight. Between 61,000 and some change and about 63, I think it's 63, yeah, 62.5 right now, possibly again as high as 63.3. I think that's where that landed last night. We have a little bit more, like, I don't want to say bullish, that's the wrong word, maybe relief starting to show up. You can see some of the largest areas right now being added to the order books are a bit higher all across the board on every single time frame. So, I mean, you could kind of say that this is starting to show some signs of an exhaustion, starting to show some signs of we need a relief type, I don't want to say rally, that's also the wrong word, on the daily, right? So it looks like things are starting to kind of slow down in terms of selling pressure. On the weekly, we still see a nosedive, right? We still see that nosedive on the weekly and on the monthly as well, that rollover, right? On that rollover. So it's not looking great still, guys. There's hardly anything holding us up now. 60K is pretty much the last line in the sand. If we lose 60K, 59.58, and that's pretty much lining up with our bear case scenario here on the channel. 56 all the way up to, 55. Oh yeah, 55 fries, 55K. 55 fries and across your eyes.
What are you, stupid?
Yes. Yeah, we're just kind of waiting for more doom. 61,800 right now. Bitcoin slipping again. Last night the low was 61. I thought it was 61.1. I could have sworn I woke up in the middle of the night and I saw 61.1. Yeah, it was right here, 3 o'clock in the morning. There it is, 61.3. I swear I saw a wick all the way down to 61.1. $61,080. There we go. That's what I saw. I remember having a fever dream last night. My AC ain't working. I'm getting the worst sleep possible right now, guys. Anyway, this is still rolling into our bear case scenario. On pretty much every single time frame I have on every single chart now. It's not looking good. It's just not looking good. I guess the big picture, I'm still looking back to 2024, the run up to the load up, if you will, for those ETFs. You can see where we're grinding right now. It's pretty much where we started to consolidate right after we loaded up originally on those ETFs. And again, the amount sitting on ETFs right now are extreme. Like compared to back then when they first launched in 2024, At the end of 2024, I mean, that was a huge year for, of course, those ETFs. The largest ETFs, of course, in history. That would be, of course, the Bitcoin IBIT. Yeah, I mean, we could still probably grind here a little bit lower, just to kind of shake out whoever's left. But who the hell's selling if most of the people bought back here? Who the hell's selling back here? Back here? This is all recent buys, right? From institutional demand, some of them taking losses. I mean, there's going to be a lot of pain from some big companies that don't know how to play the Bitcoin game. That's just how it is. There's going to be a lot of stupid. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of stupid. Again, I'm still looking at pain from back here. Of course, we're being represented maybe as low as 53 coming in. I don't want to be the guy to tell you 50K. I don't think Bitcoin's going to go there, but this is it. This is kind of the final shakeout, I think, for 2026. We're right now kind of right down the center. 61,000, 60,000. Again, we have not seen, which is really interesting. I didn't get to talk about that yet. Last night, we also saw the market cap go down to 2.12 trillion. That's right, a new low for the year. We have not seen that number, and yet Bitcoin was resilient at 61,000. Again, the last time we touched 2.19, right? We had these two numbers here representing for Bitcoin at these lows, about 60,000 flat, right? We had that for 45 minutes. You've already heard me talk about it all the time. Then the last time we touched, of course, 2.19 trillion, we touched about 63K. And this time, we're a little bit lower. Again, not quite as low as the first time we hit 2.19, but 2.12 trillion dollars in total market cap, and Bitcoin sitting at 61K this morning. I'd say that Bitcoin's showing a lot of resiliency and support, unlike the U.S. economy.
What are you, stupid?
Yes. All right, so yeah, that's just my quick little update on Bitcoin, where the likelihood of us going. Again, the measured move from, of course, the last thing we represented, the bear flag up here. If we do the same measure move and we knock it down here, the low we see is probably going to be 50,000, 51,000, 52, 53 again on the wick, right? The same wick we had over there on February 5th, right? February 5th, yeah. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. I don't want to see that's the bottom. I don't want to see this is the bottom, but the bottom's really effing close is what I've been getting at here for the past 3 months, or 4 months, 5 months. What month are we in? June? Yeah, since February. Okay, 4 months. Okay, moving on. We got to get into the rest of the sentiment. Let's take a look one more time at Doomberg. Make sure we're not missing anything over there. And Kramer and friends. I think they're all on break right now. Kramer's talking a little bit. Musk.
If anyone is good.
Calls for a Mars, a fixer-upper of a planet, but it's got a lot of potential.
To put us on Mars, other than Jensen, who's been working on it for a long time, it's going to be that man, and he has goals.
Really, more than Bezos, more than the Chinese.
Well, just because I think he's a bigger thinker. Yes, I do, and I'm a believer. I remember when I thought he was a snake oil salesman. That was just dead wrong.
All right. Let's get into some other sentiment this morning. See how the stock market's holding up with the Fear and Greed Index. Again, last time we looked at this, it was 53, I think. So we're up about 1 point. Not much. Still sitting in neutral. Let's take a look at the Crypto Fear and Greed, which last time we saw it was 12 in extreme fear. Now sitting still at 12 in extreme fear. Nothing has changed. The Dixie sitting at 99.6. A lot of course, fear in the stocks. Are now, of course, going back to their daddy, the daddy dollar. Geez, of course, the boomers always go to the dollar for love and support. Eventually, and it's such a like an inverse way to think about where the love and support should be when this is, of course, the most inflated asset on Earth. But okay, that's fine. People are going to do what they are used to. All right, moving on and taking a look at the overall crypto bubbles this morning. What is the most oversold assets we have in our space? Top 100, of course, now down an average of 5.3%. Top 200 down about 4.7%. Finally starting to see a little bit more pain in the top 100. And I wonder if Zcash is carrying that. Yes, it is. Zcash now down 39.8% as Lab continues to sell down. What was Lab? The high was like 21, 23, right? Looks like now it's draining out $10.94 on LAB. Another AI play. Zcash. So one of the main reasons why Zcash is down today, if you guys are not aware of, It had that exploit. We talked about it on the channel a few days ago. A little bit more deeper into that exploit. So Zcash is a privacy coin. It's one of the most touted privacy coins. So it's so private, you can't see, of course, how many coins are even are shielded, right? And that's part of the problem they're having with this exploit. Is what happened with Zcash is they discovered that the shielded coins had an exploit where you could actually have an infinite mint. And those coins, of course, you can't tell how many coins there are that are shielded. So there's no way to know if anyone actually exploited this and used it to mint infinite amount of Zcash. So it's kind of like a trust me, bro. We fixed the problem, but you'll never know if all of the coins are actually in circulation are legitimate or not. I mean, it's a really effed up situation they are in with Zcash. I don't know how this ever comes back. There's no. I mean, the only way to really make the Zcash come back is to force like a migration to a unshielded fork, and then reinforce the shield. That would be my guess how they would do this to at least introduce some sort of confidence back into Zcash. But I wouldn't touch this damn thing with a 10-foot pole. That thing has been, of course, now exploited to the point where. And again, there's no proof that anyone's ever used it because there's no way to prove it because it's too private with the shield on. It's a really big issue, guys. Of course, that's Zcash, again, the number one coin being oversold right now on the day. Anything else happening here? Looks like we have a lot of coins that are down 10% here. We have a lot of blood here in the streets. I do love seeing this morning. A lot of buying opportunity. Let's take a look at what's mostly oversold here on the weekly. Again, 15% or more is what we're looking for. Zcash is now down 42% on the week. Insane. Aptos down 22%. Insane. Bitcoin Cash continues to sell off 25% on the week. Near 15, ADA 30, Solana 18, Tau 20. This is great, guys. This is what I've been waiting for. There was only 3 or 4 at the beginning of this week. Now there is probably 10 or 20 coins here in the top 100. Pick up what you can. Fill your bags. I have been filling my bags full of SWE. Now down almost 20% on the week. I have way too much SWE. I have SWE coming out of my eyeballs. It's insane. It's insane. And I just can't stop buying it. We did slip underneath 70 cents last night. I got the alarm on my phone and, of course, started buying up a little bit more. We hit 69 cents on SWE. What else? Avalanche. I mean, just so much, guys. So much, of course, 15% are off. You guys got to take a minute here. This is where, of course, the diamonds are in the rough today. Looking at the monthly, 30% or more. Again, we started the week off with only one coin that was oversold, and that was Bitcoin Cash at 52% off right now on the monthly. Now we have Cardano 40% off. We have a Sky AI runner-up 25. We have Picoin 32% off. Killed that with fire. Pengu is that actually was our second coin this week. It did slip at one point, but now it's down 40% on Pengu. 33% off Pepe. We got 43% off Dash. There's a lot of runner-ups here like Doge, Sheeb, Solana. I mean, Solana now is 25% off here on the month. We're getting into some pain, guys. Look at this. Look at this gnarly chart. Damn, Solana's $65. Let's go. Let's go. I love the doom this morning, guys. Geez. Aave 31% off. Virtuals Protocol 30% off. There's a lot. I mean, geez. ETH, guys. ETH is now oversold on the month. 29.8, basically 30% off. ETH, for the love of God. Bitcoin itself, as I said last night, is a runner-up, oversold, 25% on the month. Crypto is, of course, on having a bit of a fire sale right now today. Let's take a look at the top 200. Do the same thing over here. The most oversold today most of this already happened yesterday, so I feel like the top 200 is kind of lagging right now in terms of oversold. Pyverse 17% off on a single day. It's the biggest mover to the downside. Q8. Sealcoin, I don't know what this is. It just entered the top 200 today with a 55% pump. And you guys know what we do. Of course, we do a little bit of research as the new coin enters our top 2. All right, let's see what's going on with Q8. QAIT, I think. I don't know. Is it QA? I don't know. Kate? Q8? I don't freaking know, man. Is it? This one, QAIT. Okay. Kate with a Q. I don't know. This will be this coin here. It's a $14 million market cap. There's no way. This one here, $200 million market cap. I don't even see it. That's not the right one. I'm pretty sure that's not the right one. There's no way the market cap's only $14 million. 129. Yeah, that's not the right one. I don't know what this is going on. Something weird with this coin. Multiple tickers with different market caps. Oh, there we go. It's probably this one. $193 million market cap. I'm gonna have to go to CoinGecko. I'm not getting the right data. Some weird stuff. All right, CoinGecko. Should be right there, front and center. Seal coin. 29 cents. Why does this look weird? Okay, there we go. Look at that market cap of $129 million. Circulating supply is about 4.4 billion tokens. Total supply is about 10 billion tokens. There's about 40% of it in circulation. It's not too bad. Contracts, of course, on a Binance Smart Chain, of course, that's why it's yellow. Yeah, and what is Seal Coin? QAIT. Tokens can be traded on decentralized exchanges and centralized crypto exchanges. The most popular exchange to buy. Why do you start with that? That's the about, really. What is it? Okay, what is it? What is the coin? What is the damn coin? How about what is the damn coin? There's no information on Seal Coin. What the hell? Let me get back over to CoinMarketCap. Make sure they don't have a proper listing for it. What the hell? Seal Coin. All right, I guess it's just too new that they don't have really anything going on for it. I guess we can look at the website. Make sure they have the website listed on CoinGecko. Steelcoin.ai. All right, empowering machines with autonomous transactions. Steelcoin platform enables autonomous real-time transactions between IoT devices or AI agents, unlocking possibilities with energy trading, data, and exchanges more. Okay, it's just like Lab and everything else. That is a AI infrastructure play, I'm assuming. Yeah, I don't know. Steelcoin leverages modern high-grade infrastructure to keep the network safe, fast, and highly scalable. Machines and AI IoT devices are complete transactions independently. No middleman needed, while privacy integrated and also stays intact. So it's a AI IoT privacy play. Okay. All right, moving on. So that, of course, is Seal Coin that just came out and moved into our top 200 today. All right, let's, of course, get back into the rest of this here. Anything else moving in the top 200? Again, nothing's too oversold today, in my opinion, compared to the top 100 on the daily. Let's look at the weekly, though. As we have more and more coins, of course, bleeding out more than 15% today than we had even before. It's almost every coin now. It's crazy. Look, of course, I don't want to sit here and rate off every single one of them. It's pretty much like half of them. Of course, pick some of your favorites and maybe throw some darts, maybe nibble a little bit here. There's a lot more pain probably still to come. $61,000 on Bitcoin as we just hit the nail on the head again. This may be, let me get back to the other chart here. This may be the new low for the day or the week. Come on. Get back in here. Yes, it is. We just broke it. All right, so yeah, we just broke down, of course, from our previous low, 61.90, 61.85 from last night. We are now flash crashing and heading towards my bear target. Bear target would land us somewhere around $59,000 today. 58 coming soon? Question mark? Coming soon? It's been on my thumbnail for a few days. Yes, probably coming soon. Let's see, my overall measured move for this sell-off. Come on. I think I have it on this chart. One of these charts. God. Too many charts, man. Too many charts. Too many things. Yeah, would send us down to, again, about 50,000 flat. Jake the Snake will be happy, of course, to possibly see his 55K. Geez. As the tech, of course, stocks, everything selling off today. It's not good look for Bitcoin. Let's get back. Anything else here on the monthly? The most oversold assets, at least 30% or more. We're still getting a few more, but not too many. We've got Chili's oversold in the month, Sky Lido, Fartcoin, Arrow, Zbeck, wow, runner-up, 28% off on Zbeck right now. Syrup down 50%, Luna Classic down 41%, Sandbox down 29%, almost 30. GNO, 28, almost 30. DCR, 40%. There's, oh my gosh, let's throw a dart, man. Rune, Pendle, Monad, XTZ. Oh my gosh, there's so much blood here on the top 200 today. Radium, AXS, Axie Infinity. Yeah, I haven't seen that coin in a minute. Chili's, I think I already mentioned. Chili's Gala. I don't know why Gala is still in the top 200. All right. There you go, guys. Of course, a lot of blood today. Again, not financial advice, but you might want to start nibbling.
I'd buy that for $1.
Yes, sir. Let's head on back to TradFi.
If you can look at the things that after they've been kicked out, they tend to actually outperform as well. It's just that the numbers you had on the screen there's $26 trillion tied to this index across passive funds, actively managed benchmarks, and derivatives.
The bubble is real.
It's a lot of money out there that can move things around, and it's just not natural buying or selling.
James, great to get some time with you. James Seyfert there of...
All right, James Seyfert. Let's take a look and see what's going on with, Kramer and Friends over here. Okay.
It's time for Jim and Stop Trading.
Well, the strongest retailer coming into this season was probably Five Below. It really was, and they were hitting on all cylinders, and they ran into something called economic
Who's going to want to buy it, Five Below right now?
No longer spending it under $5, by the way, at the pace they were, so they chose not to raise numbers.
There's nothing but junk food there. They need groceries, and they can't afford groceries. Kramer.
Been killing it for a long time because people have got $5, right? It's too expensive.
We don't have $5 anymore, guys, according to Kramer. Let's go.
Retail, PVH, you could throw in there.
Expensive shirts.
Lulu, obviously, today.
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, I think the shirts are probably the best buy there, to be honest. All right, let's take a look and see what's going on with you guys. I can't tell you how many times I went on a trip and then I didn't have enough clothes and I just went to Five Below and got a couple T-shirts. Let's see what else is going on with you guys in the chat. So let's catch up with you guys as we watch the sell-off continue into some of the lows we were talking about just last week. Okay, Zcash is the new Miria. Easy, damn, easy, damn. Too soon? I like the way you think, though, but yeah, too soon. Blame Sailors, says Cliff in the chat. Yes, Blame Sailors. I'm all over the chat today. We're so cooked, guys. We're so cooked, chat. We're so cooked. Yes, it's one of Jake's favorites. Brandon White says they need a chart showing fraud. I think we read that earlier. Where was I? Down here. I think about right here. Blame Sailor. Yes, Cliff. Blame Sailor. When Moon, says Chatty C. I'll play it for you, but I don't know about soon, man.
When will then be now? Soon.
Oh, God. Zcash is the new Miria. I love it. Chatty C says, can you look at Say, my brother? Yes, we can, because that thing is oversold to hell and back, and I would love to build a new bag. And it's almost at that point now where I'm just like, I gotta FOMO in and just start building a bag. All right, let's see if I can clean the board off here a little bit. Take some of these other coins off the charts. It should be good there. Let's take a look at Say real quick for my friend Chatty C. All right, Coinbase. Let's go over there. USDT, US dollar. Look at that nice, beautiful sell-off on Say, hitting a new all-time low. Possibly. That's on the 4-hour, the daily, the week. Yes, it is. Hitting a new all-time low on Say. All right. Pretty cool stuff. And, it just hit it today. It just hit it right now, actually. The previous all-time low was 48 cents for, now sitting at 47.5. And again, every time I talk about Say, I talk about Swede. Those two go in hand together. They just move very similar when they do start selling off. And then again, Swede is now down on a new low for the year. It's hitting the trend too. It just broke it a little bit today. Let's see if we can possibly finagle that one a little bit. It's pretty much there. Yeah, it's pretty much there on the trend low for Swede. All right. Again, I cannot stop buying Swede. I got too much Swede right now. All right, let's see. I'm tired, boss. Me too, Crypto Quinn. I'm so tired. But you know what? I'm fine. I've got time. We've all got time, guys. Let's see. Fire, Panic, Chaos. Yes, 100% Danny in the house. Let's go. Let's see all the things. All the things. All is well here, says Danny. Super Danny in the house. How's it going, Super Danny? It's time to buy some more sweet, man. I can't stop buying sweet. All right. We got to get back into it. Let's see if we can get into crypto news. It's that time. It's 10 o'clock. Yes, it is. Time to get into some crypto news. Let's go start with Coin Telegraph. They never let me down. Zcash weighs new shielded pool after counterfeiting flaw. They better. It's the only way to save them. It's the only way to save them because there's no way to prove any of that what's shielded right now has not been, of course, fraudulent and, of course, minted by the exploit. Zcash developers are weighing in a new shielded pool that turns style accounting after the Orchard bug raised supply verification questions. We just don't know if there, of course, is any fraudulent Zcash been minted, of course, behind the shield through that exploit. Again, I don't want to get into all the details again. I already went through all that this morning. All right, let's see what else is going on here. Visa tests private stablecoin settlement with Brawley Canton. Starting with Visa. Visa is testing a private stablecoin settlement with Canton and Braille. Exploring whether institutions can use blockchain without exposing sensitive transactional data. I mean, yeah, this is why we have privacy coins. Visa is testing whether privacy-enabled blockchain networks can support institutional stablecoin settlement without exposing sensitive transaction data. Just don't use don't use Zcash. Good time for Zama. Let's see what Zama's doing today. Zama's pulling back to 28. Wow, 28 cents. 2 cents, 8, almost down the trend line. I was talking about it heading towards, what was it, 2 days ago? Last time I looked at Zama. I do love me picking up some Zama on these lows too. Man, you can't buy them all, man. But man, I really want a bag of this. I want a bag of that. The project announced on Thursday that uses SBC, a US dollar-backed stablecoin issued by Braille, to simulate the institutional payment flows of Canton. On Canton, as Visa evaluates whether SBC can become another stablecoin option in its settlement program. There's so many programs, Visa, of course, and MasterCard. The initiative extends Visa's earlier experiments using stablecoins for settlement on public blockchains, and which began in 2021 in USDC settlement on Ethereum, which is now about targets banks and market infrastructure providers and want on-chain efficiency without broadcasting counterparties, positions, or flows on a public ledger. Okay, so that's what they're going on over there, and yeah, it looks like U.S. payment stablecoins only that comply with guiding and establishing national innovation and U.S. stablecoin, the Genius Act, are poised to expand into merchant remittances and contain types of commercial payments. They don't even cite which ones are there. All right, I'm over it. I do want to mention too, because we're seeing a lot of these coins hit like some of these bear market lows from 2022, 23. Well, Solana has a long way to go. I know if it does a similar rebound like ADA right now. ADA right now is sitting at 15 effing cents. 15 cents 9 this morning, guys. Why are we frozen? Okay, looks like YouTube's fine. YouTube's good. And Solana and ADA don't exist. ADA don't exist anymore. Oh my God, it's that bearish for ADA. There we go. Finally it loaded. Yeah, if I go back to the weekly here, and I can show you guys the previous bear market. Holy crap, man. What's going on with TradingView today? TradingView, what is going on, man? Looks like they cannot pull up ADA on Coinbase. It's just struggling. Okay. Yeah. We're having some issues. Maybe a AWS attack again. Who knows? God, I cannot look at the ADA chart. All right, we'll come back to it later. Well, I don't know. I can't chart right now, guys. Everything's down. Let's see what else is going on. Robbie Scott says, "Is it too early to start drinking?" Yes, I already did. I've already poured some in my coffee this morning. It's actually not that bad. This is how you survive the bear market, guys. This is how you survive the bear. TradingView is working for me, says Jake. I just used it. Nice to see the Jake is out. The snake is here today. How you doing, Jake the Snake, in that chat? Good morning, good morning.
Hail the King of Ohio.
Good morning, the King of Ohio. That's weird, man. Yeah, I cannot get, look at this. It's struggling. I'm going to try to relaunch TradingView. See if I can get it to come back up. It might be me out here on the, I don't know, Midwest, here in Chicago. Yeah, I still can't get it to pop off. Let me see. Come on. There we go. There we go. Now it's working. Just had a reset trading view. All right. So yeah, I was going to show you guys the previous bear. We're lower now than the previous bear market in 2023. Yes, we are. We just fell off a cliff. I've never seen Cardano this low ever. This is a new all-time low, period. Well, no, it's not, because this chart only goes back to listings on Coinbase. I forgot. Yeah, I keep doing that. Freaking Coinbase. Yeah. Remember when we were calling for a $7 last year? All-time high was $3. Yeah. Yeah, so that's Cardano. And what I was going to refer to is some of these coins right now seeing all-time lows for the year, or at least lower lows than 2023's bear market. And Solana, I just wanted to mention, because we were talking about Visa. Visa had a program that they were testing back here in the bear market when Solana was only like $10-20 in the last bear market. I don't know if Solana is going to get that low, but as of right now, it's falling off a cliff. It is going back to some of the lows we have not seen since 2023, and as of right now, it's sitting at about $64. So a lot of pain right now, guys. A lot of pain. All right, let's get back at Bitcoin sitting now at 60,500. Woo, we are dangerous low for a new low for the year, guys. Dangerously close. Right there on that line. Dangerously close. Again, we just added another day yesterday to our how many days have you been able to buy Bitcoin between 60 and 63,000 comparatively to the other bear markets. So I'm going to probably have to change this metric now to how long the bear markets lasted in each, of course, cycle. I was trying to go a little bit more bullish, man, but no. Now we're going to have to go bearish, bullish. I'm so bearish, I'm bullish. That's how it's going to go, because I want to buy this dip. Again, if we do the same measure move from back here, we are going to be sending this down to possibly $50,000 Bitcoin. Perfect storm right now, too, guys. There's no way around it anymore. I mean, they're not saying that we're going to go there, but there's no way around saying that this is not going to happen, more sell-off, because the macro is just insane. This is the perfect storm. You have three massive liquidity events happening in the stock market. You have uncertainty beyond anything we've ever seen before, literally off the scale. We have United States debt right now, worse than it was in World War II when it comes to, of course, the private. I mean the retail sector. It's so much doom. There's so much doom. It's the perfect storm. And right now we're having a tech sell-off on top of that. AI bubble could be starting to break down. Michael Burry's doing the big short again, like he did last time in 2008. We have a lot more pain possibly coming soon. Perfect time for me to be moving to Thailand. Oh my God. The capital's not there for me yet, though. I need to pull out, man. I need to pull out. It's going to suck, guys. It's going to suck. So much pain. We'll get it done, though. We'll get it done. 60,800. Still chopping around 61K. All right, let's take a look at the order book, see what we have over there. Again, I just showed you earlier, there was a little bit, oh, now my keybinds work. Look at that. It's nice when it works. I just showed you earlier that we were starting to see a little bit added slightly to the higher ranges, right? So it's showing a little bit of a relief. I couldn't say anything more positive than that. Yeah, let's take a look and see where we're at now. Let's jump back in over there. Then we got to check back in with TradFi and, of course, what else is going on crypto news. We really need an angel. Send us an angel right now, right? Send us an angel. Cynthia Lamas, where are you? Where are you when we need you? Oh, good. Okay. Yes. Where are we going? What was I doing? What was I doing again?
What are you, stupid?
Order books. We're going back to the order book. 61,000 on Bitcoin. All right, let's zoom on in and see what we have right now. Flash crash back down to the low. We're still in that tight range, guys. We're still in that tight range.
Tight. Yes,
Yes, we are. All right, let's zoom on in again. Overall volume is starting to pick up a little bit. Right now, the bears are at a 13.5 billion on, of course, the red. 12.6 billion on for the bulls. This is crazy. There's so much like uncertain like direction. Like no one wants to. Well, no one wants to know. We gotta stop here. Gonna stop here. Gonna stop here. The huge turnout here for 60,300 for support. A large area, of course, of support at that level. This is pretty much the line in the sand. Once we hit that, once you lose that, you lose 60K. So that's where we're at right now. And the bulls are stepping up to the plate. Yeah, let's see what else we got going on. Overall sentiment still waning. Let's take a look and see if maybe we got crypto fear and greed breaking down under 12 yet. Nope, we're still at 12. We have TradFi coming in a little bit hotter now. Yep, yes it is. Now sitting at neutral, 50 in neutral. Let's take a look at the stock market and see what's happening over here. Stock market now down to $7,514 off the highs of about 76. About the same, about $100 down from the high. Again, reaching for the sky. This has been stupid parabolic, stupid. All right, let's get back to TradFi. Make sure we're not missing anything over there, and maybe get into some more crypto news.
Intraday since April, and that's after JP Morgan upgraded the stock to overweight from neutral, citing a rare valuation opportunity. Obviously, that'll be welcome news for the food chain, which has struggled to win back diners. I'm sure they're happy that you ate lunch there, and also complaints about those rising prices and smaller portion sizes. Also worth noting that the stock is still down nearly 20% this year.
Yeah, the only issue, I mean, they do a great job on my 3rd Avenue at 61st Street here in the city, is getting staff. Some days they're short on staff, and then the lines get a little bit long. But the food's excellent.
I thought robots were supposed to take care of that.
I don't know. There's no robots.
Oh yes, they're coming. Don't you worry. Okay, I'll get back over to Kramer and friends. Their banter is boring me. Okay, S&P 500 denies SpaceX fast entry.
You think there's magic getting into the index fund to have mechanical buyers? No, it's not. They front-loaded the market appreciation. They got into the index. Now they participate in it, and there have been some days where Tesla was the whole move for the S&P 500. I think the index committees also have some scar tissue about 1999. Yahoo got in December 1st of 1999. The Dow was vastly left behind by the rest of the market. In November of 99, they made Intel and Microsoft the first 2 NASDAQ stocks ever to go in, kicking out Sears and like Union Carbide and Goodyear and stuff. So, I mean, you know, maybe no loss there, but it just shows you that they were a little bit of a script. Amazon, when did it get into the S&P? 2005. Berkshire Hathaway, liquidity concerns, not till 2010. So the S&P has existed for periods of time without having big, important stocks in it in a timely way.
Are there profitable?
All right. Looks like CNBC. We're talking about, yeah, they already front ran, and they're going to dump on retail. Yes, they are. Of course, SpaceX. Let's take a look and see what else is going on. The headlines here on Yahoo Finance. Job report smashes expectations. Do you believe it? I don't believe it. Tesla leads stock slide as a job report fuels Fed hike bets. We have the Microsoft OpenAI relationship continues to crumble. I guess this is pretty much why the stock market is coming down a little bit today. We're talking about the job numbers. I guess making people assume that the Fed is going to come out swinging with a Fed rate hike. I just don't think that's what is going to happen. More than likely, we're just going to pause. Again, we still have uncertainty with tariffs in the future. They're going to come back rear their other head probably as soon as next week. There's a lot more narratives to play this. We still have Iran and everything else too. And the consumer is suffering. Why that? They could not afford a rate hike right now. There'd be so many people living on the streets, you wouldn't believe it. Okay, you can't ignore the consumer. There's so much pain, of course, in the upper poor sector. Not middle class, upper poor. There's no such thing as the middle class, no more. That's what I call it, upper poor. All right, moving on. Let's see, anything else? No, but we're good. Let's get back to crypto news, shall we? 90-day clock puts Fed decision on Ripple accessed in play. You know what, I'm curious. Let's see what's Polymarket betting right now on the Fed rate decision on a rate hike. Let's see. Fed decision in June, and we still have Papa Powell there. Look at that. They didn't change his picture yet. Nice to see Papa Powell in the morning.
The federal government's on an unsustainable fiscal path, and that just means that the debt is growing faster than the economy.
No change, 98.6%. Yeah, probably nothing. Burger. July, no change, 94%. Probably a nothing. Burger. September, no change, 75%. 25 basis point increase by September. and a 6% decrease. So far, of course, pretty much a nothing burger going into the end of the summer. All right, let's see what else we got here on the crypto news. Cardano crashes to 6-year low, has Hoshidan Smart ecosystem shock. Yeah, we watched that clip from him just a few days ago. He was melting down. He was melting down on that. It was not a good look for his foundation or, of course, himself as the founder. He didn't know what to do. He doesn't know what to do. He melted down in front of everyone. He's like, I don't know what else to do. Like, oh, there you go. That's probably what you should do. Yes, I agree. He's taking a break, guys. He's taking a break. Yeah, as he told the entire world, he's like, I don't know what to do. We vote for this, we vote for that. You guys don't vote for it. Should I buy more companies? What should I do? Social hype explodes as price dumps on for Cardano. Where's it at right now? Market cap. Just watching this dumpster fire. It's been entertaining, but I feel bad, man. I love Charles. All right, let's see. I made a lot of money with Cardano in the past. It just sucks. It just sucks. Now sitting at number 14. Under Monero now. It's crazy. Again, lost the top 10 like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Yeah, according to a blockchain analytics platform Sentiment, Cardano became one of the most discussed cryptocurrencies across social media following the developments. Cardano's social dominance surged to approximately 52.5%. Meaning that more than one in every 190 crypto-related discussions across the platform were centered on Cardano. Wow, that's nuts. Yeah, so it looks like Cardano has suddenly become one of the most discussed assets in crypto as its price plunged below its 16-cent target for the first time since December of 2020. My God, since I got in crypto, guys, this is insanity. I have never seen Cardano this low. Crazy. That is nuts. At the same time, on-chain activity surge, Sentiment said that the daily active addresses climbed to 28,459, marking the highest level in 4 months. The analytics firm noted the heightened engagement reflected a market becoming increasingly polarized, with sentiment leaning predominantly bearish, obviously. Hawkinson denies leaving Cardano. I never heard of him say he's going to leave. Why would he leave?
Hoskinson, broadcasting live from rough and rugged Wyoming.
It's a 26-minute video. We're not playing that. As speculation escalated, Hoskinson moved to shut down rumors of a potential exit. I am not leaving, says Cardano's founder. He said, reaffirming that his commitment to Cardano, defending his focus on a long-term development. He's always been in a long-term development. Some people have always argued and said that Cardano moves slower than Ethereum in terms of development, and it's for good measure because he doesn't want to break anything. He doesn't want to, of course. But I feel like he did already break stuff. He added a lot of things too fast, and if you look back when he launched Midnight and everything else, a lot of liquidity left Cardano to go to Midnight too. It's just kind of back and forth with Cardano bros. All right, moving on. I've said enough about that. Anything else breaking today? Let's take a look at CoinDesk and see what's going on over here. Anything else happening? I'm going to catch back with you chat in a bit. Arthur Hayes dumps Zcash holding after Orchard Pool vulnerability revealed. We talked about that a few days ago, but it didn't outline the reason. Of course, now we know why. It's not good, guys. As you didn't hear me rant and rave about that twice now this morning, I'm sorry. I've already said enough about it. There's an exploit, short version, where of course all the shielded coins that are private. There's an exploit that possibly they could have minted at any time, as many as they wanted. Anybody, of course, that found that exploit. And there's no way to prove how many coins are on the blockchain anymore. It's that bad.
What are you, stupid?
You have to do a hard fork or something, or a soft fork, something. Here's what could happen if Bitcoin breaks below 60K, which we are probably going to see today. This Friday, though, a little bit of volatility, but again, a lot more doom usually plays out on Fridays. U.S. job growth blows past forecasts, setting the stage for Fed rate hikes. Arthur Hayes dumps Zcash. Bitcoin sentiment hits bearish market. The peak bearishness at recent lows. Peak bullishness near tops. JP Morgan, Bank of America City to start blockchain offensive with a shared tokenized network. We don't want clarity. We don't want clarity. They still want a little more time, of course, to prepare their survival. That's what they want. Okay, U.S. Bitcoin, Ethereum ETFs on record, multi-billion outflow streak continuing. There's really nothing else. we got a lot of good news, a lot of big news, I should say. Maybe not all good news, but big news this week. But it's starting to seem like it's slowing down. It is Friday, guys. Happy Friday. Dr. Doom, backed Atlas Capital CEO says Bitcoin could crash 70% before reaching 500K. 70%? From the high or from here? Backed by economist Nouriel Rollembini, a longtime anti-Bitcoin advocate and known as Dr. Doom. The Atlas CEO Reza Bundy shot a short-term warning that Bitcoin, but stay bullish in the long term. Okay. Let's see what anything he's citing here. We think 26,000 to 30,000 was the number we came up with. Yikes! Insanity! Insanity! Market cap of crypto. Oh my God! Do I have to go back? I'm not gonna do the rant. I'm not gonna do it. I swear, I'm not gonna do it. Okay, I'm gonna stop there before I get a little blood boiling. All right, let's get back in the chat real quick. Catch up with you guys real fast. Zama Mama Milkers Part 2. Yes. Let's do it, man. Let's do it. Oh, snap. Gotta buy me some more Zama Mamas. Yes, me too, mate. Me too. It just shot back up to 2 cents 9 as we're talking. This Ronald McDonald, Jason Voorhees thing is going on here. Yes. How's it going? User in the house. Welcome to the Crypto Chaos, my friend. Welcome. Put the fries in the bag or else, says Jake the Snake. Z-Trash is now Zcash. Yep. Jake the Snake's got a link here for us. Let's see what we got. And also, of course, everything else breaking tonight. Whoa, Zcash be fine. Wei Woo's talking about Zcash. Let's go. Wei Woo, let's go. Wei Woo, Zcash be fine. Now good time to buy. Wei Woo says buy the dip. Buy the dip. No thanks, bro. Okay. Oh my God, the chat is hilarious. This is the founder of Zcash, by the way. Shut up. They're fixing the bug as we speak. No way. I don't believe it. All right, moving on. That's hilarious, Jake. Of course, Wei Woo knows best. She kissed the Jew wall. She knows where we're going. Let's see. Yazib, how's it going? Good morning, Yazib. Thanks for the great content. I subscribed. How can you see with those lit eyes? Okay, I know. Everyone asks the same thing that you used to ask. Strong Bad from what was it? Yeah, Strong Bad from Homestar Runner. How can you type with boxing gloves on? How can you see with eyes in your mask? Maybe they're my real eyes. You don't know.
What, you stupid?
China will never scan my eyes, that's for sure. Let's see what else is going on here in the chat. Jacob Snake says he can't, but he feels the vibes on the screen. Yeah, I'm like Neo. I see through the Matrix, guys. That's why, of course, we're here right now, because I saw through the Matrix when Bitcoin was sitting at 83K, and we're like, we have to sell off now. We have to sell off. Back in April, we have to. We can't go up forever. I mean, we do go up forever, Laura. We do.
The point is, if you have the superior asset, it's going up forever, Laura.
We're always going to capitulate
forever.
Right,
you can't go up forever without a capitulation. All right. I'm not going to get into that rant again. You guys hodling, or are you catching the hodl knife? Oh my God. Right now I'm doing a little bit of both. I'm catching some knives, but I'm also hodling for the most part. Just nibbling as I see fit. Let's get back over to Doomberg and see if there's anything else breaking in the macro, TradFi, DocuSign. At some point we should be getting some of the software stocks starting to come back up. Now, that was the idea, of course, last week anyway. Let's get back into some more news. Let's do some doom scrolling now, see if we missed anything else happening in crypto land. All right, of course, we come back to crypto Twitter to make sure we're not missing anything. We have, of course, already got up to date on the news. It will know here if everything is stagnant. Of course, we already talked about Charles Hoskinson's breakdown. Michael Saylor here posts today, as of 3 hours ago, the 4 ideologies of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is no longer a narrow technical experiment or a niche monetary protest. It has become the dominant digital monetary network and a global asset with the profound implications, of course, for wealth in the world. They're going to margin call Saylor, aren't they? People, of course, calling for that. Claude just broke 4.8. Just broke $9 billion privacy coin. Claude Opus. That's, of course, the reason that they found that exploit. The security researcher used Anthropic's new model to find a 4-year-old soundness bug in Zcash's Orchard pool. And, of course, the flaw could create unlimited, undetectable, counterfeit Zcash behind the shield. We already covered that 3 times now this morning. Zcash now crashes after 40% after Claudia finds critical bug, and that's, of course, everyone's talking about that main topic today. Confirmed. We are up to date on the news now, guys, more than likely. Just in full text of Congressman Nick Begich. Begets, I don't know how to pronounce his name. Strategic Bitcoin Reserve Bill is now published online, so we do have that now, the deets there on that bill. CEO fires back at Jamie Dimon over the Clarity Act. Brian Armstrong pushed back on JP Morgan, Jamie Dimon's criticism of the Clarity Act per Politico. Armstrong said that the bill would be good for banks and crypto firms alike, adding that public debates often lose important nuance. The remarks come as JP Morgan analysts reportedly see lower odds of legislation reaching President Trump's desks this year. What we were at right now, yesterday we were sitting at a 59, was it? 59, now we're down to 57. And the high for the week I think was 63, 62. Maybe 65. According to the Rainbow chart, this is bad. This is bad. Just as bad as the FTX crash. Ooh. This just popped up today, didn't it? Let's take a look at the Rainbow chart. Yeah. Yes, it is bad. It is bad. Bitcoin is still in a dead territory at 76 and below. 75 and below right now. Again, fair value right now on Bitcoin should be somewhere between like 200,000 and 170. Absolutely ridiculous where we are right now. Blame it on AI. 12.8 trillion. Charles Schwab, not Sailor, guys. Its Bitcoin thesis reveals that Bitcoin. Charles Schwab said that Bitcoin's undervaluing value is energy. Again, we talked about this last night. Their underlying value is energy. I showed you guys this little clip here of Charles Schwab saying that the amount right now for the miners is ridiculous. The average cost for the miners right now is like in the 87 to 93, something like that. I know there's some people, of course, they can mine it for a lot cheaper, but that's the average, right? Because there's a lot of old ASICs, and not everyone can afford these brand new ASICs. Right now, with that average, Bitcoin's sitting at 60,000. Usually that's a bottom signal. We can't go much lower than the average, right? And we're kind of right down the middle, I think this is a good spot, of course, for us to bounce. Again, maybe a tiny bit lower to get that solid bear number we're going to be talking about for months and years to come. Just like we have been talking about the 59, 60K drop in 2.5 event. It's going to be the same thing right here. We're going to look for some crazy number we're going to hit for like 15 minutes. No one will be able to buy it. Everyone will talk about it, and then we'll move on. 57, 56 is kind of my target right now. Breaking, BlackRock ETF has now bought $47 million worth of Bitcoin as of 10 hours ago. After 13 straight days of selling, the fund is now back to buying. Who's buying the dip? The big boys are buying the dip. Are you buying the dip? You better be buying the dip. I'm buying the dip. Just nibbling every single day. SoftBank CEO Masashi Yoshi son just said that I think its AI is more than 10x, probably 50x bigger than .com bubble. He is Forbes' number one billionaire in Asia who made over $100 billion investing. He definitely knows something is up. Strategy CEO Feng Li says the governments are laying down the foundation for long-term leadership in Bitcoin and crypto. U.S. is entering its era of Bitcoin as of an hour ago from the Bitcoin conference. Obviously, biased news there. Massive crash in the U.S. stocks today as of 47 minutes ago. $500 billion has been wiped out from the U.S. stock market today. S&P 500 opened a little higher than point lower. Just in the U.S. Senate voted against the Save America Act. We talked about that yesterday. Breaking, JP Morgan, Bank of America, Citi, and Wells Fargo launched a tokenized deposit network. We already read that headline this morning. Just in a key House U.S. committee is preparing to drop the crypto tax legislation as early as Friday. Today, the bills will cover staking, mining rewards, and aim to bring digital assets in line with traditional securities tax rules. So I guess they're going to maybe have some floor time to discuss clarity a little bit today, maybe debate a little bit. Adjusting Donald Trump's economy more than doubles job expectations. I don't believe these numbers. You probably shouldn't either. Bitcoin was supposed to be, what? I don't know. There's just too much going on right now. President Trump drops bombshell on Cuba. Ooh, I didn't hear this. Cuba has collapsed. We will handle it as soon as we take care of the Islamic Republic of Iran. And then on our way back, we'll make a real brief stop Trump says 90% of the Cubans voted for me. Yeah, what the hell? He's not forgetting them. Wow. These are unbelievable people, energetic, entrepreneurial. Some of the richest people in Miami are from Cuba, and we will take good care of them. We will let them go back to their land, invest in Cuba, and we'll be their families. We'll have very good plans. Next stop is Cuba. There we go. So many narratives, guys. Too many. Oh, man, too many. Okay, breaking. EU just banned cash payments over 10,000 euros. And will now require ID for all Bitcoin transactions starting next year. Yikes! Man, I'm not going to Europe, that's for sure. Justin and Tom Lee's BitMine Ethereum investment is currently at $10 billion of unrealized loss. As of course, they're going to go the Michael Saylor route and start issuing credit yields. Okay, moving on. We got to get back to TradFi, guys. Chug the pop over there. Make sure we're not missing anything else breaking today. If you guys are catching me for the first time, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe down below as I bring you the craziest, most unhinged crypto show on YouTube. Let's go. Let's get it. Also, don't forget, we also have a Patreon. It's $15 a month if you want to hang out with the Chaos Crew. Of course, learn with our group of friends, like-minded individuals, of course, that value freedom. And yeah, we stack sats and a lot of other coins and try to make some money in the bear market together. All right, what are we looking at here on Doomberg? What are we talking about?
Important in the future that we may want to get access to, or we may want to. And you know, the oral GLP-1 is a great example. We licensed this product from Ecogene. But we really accelerated it. You know, we have to sort out the manufacturing, you know, making all these investments. So it's also a question how we can accelerate it after actually licensing it in.
Okay. We're talking about, yeah, obesity drugs more than likely. Okay, moving on back to the CNBC, Kramer and Friends. We're talking about video more than likely.
Can now be used to help you analyze the market.
They're on break. That's a commercial. All right, guys. I think that's pretty much it. I think we pretty much rounded up everything. And we get back to the chat real quick. Trugdor, the Burninator. Yes, you know Jake. He knows what's up with Strong Bad. Yes, he's a good boy. He's a good snake. I'll shout out, of course, Juice, Jake the Snake in the chat, the King of Ohio. Thank you so much for all the chaos you bring to the channel. Is there a bottom? Jeez, Rugrat in the house. How's it going, Rugrat? Yes, he's buying some Zama this morning. Nice, buying some Zama this morning. Cliff coming in with a $10 super chat supporting the chaos. Crypto Tito's alert. It's never too early to have a drink in the morning, guys. And what you do to survive the bear market, anything is possible. If you can just survive the bear market a little longer, we got some liquid death. We're going to throw that in here. A little bit of liquid death in the coffee cup, and a little bit of Jack Daniels because I'm out of Tito's right now. So I'm going to throw a little bit of that in there. Thank you so much, Jake the Snake, and Cliff for that $10 super chat. Thank you guys for, of course, supporting the channel. I cannot wait to see what this tastes like.
What are you, stupid?
That definitely wakes you up. Rugrat says that Zcash comment was hella funny. Yes, 100%. Jake the Snake, he knows the way, man. He lives in Ohio. He's familiar with all the trash.
Oh, hail the king of Ohio! Jake the Snake, the keeper of wrenches, the painter of
yes, sir.
The igniter of dumpster fires.
Yeah. We gotta go with the shields now because YouTube took away our wrenches. They suck. All right, 60,400. Still watching the breakdown today. Are we gonna go much lower, guys? Let me ask you guys in the chat of the poll. You guys, don't forget to like and subscribe if you're just catching me the first time today. It of course helps out the algorithm. I've been grinding this throughout for 3 years. I show you where Bitcoin's likely gonna go every single night with 99% accuracy. It's absolutely disgusting the way I do it. All right, let's see. I need more Daras, says Jake. I also burn money too, but I ran out of money to burn lately. Yes, I need more Daras too to burn. Gotta go continue selling all my stuff. Yeah, let's say, where are we going, guys? Where are we going? 60,005. I was going to ask you guys in the chat with a poll. Where are we going, guys? Where are we going? Let's do one of these, shall we? Where are we going? Going crazy. Yes, we are. We're gonna go to, how about 59K. Then we'll just drop maybe a couple grand each way down. And then we'll move up a little bit too. We'll go to, how about 57 or 55? You gotta go 55K. 55K. And then we'll do 63, maybe 63K for a bounce. And then maybe 65K, or maybe we'll go eat the extreme pain, 49K or something ridiculous, which I'm not calling for, by the way. But maybe some of you guys are. I'll just throw you guys a bone here. Some of the super bears might be in the chat. Yes. Let's see what else we have in the chat. I might have missed during the craziness. I think I'm all caught up now. We are good. All right, moving on. 60,800. Still waiting for something again. Ari did say we could go lower. Shout out to Ari, of course, who caught the bottom so far this week on Bitcoin. All right, let's get back to it. The chat, we have the poll up if you want to participate. Okay, there we go. Let's get back to the CNBC headlines. Anything else? Nothing else developing. Nothing else breaking. I think we're pretty much caught up. What time is it? 10:30? That's about that time. We usually run out of news. It gets kind of stagnant until the later hours of the afternoon. We're talking about right now average home hourly earnings. Yeah, and I haven't come up much in the past few years.
Also have generally looked firmer for the private sector, so I would put some weight on it that, hiring momentum is firmer than it looked 3 months ago.
Your team continues to do work on the impact of AI. I ask you about it virtually every appearance, but in part because things are so dynamic and moving so fast. What are you seeing right now?
Well, in terms of the impact on the job market, we had not that much change in the AI exposed components in this particular report. Those have been modestly negative, 10,000 or 15,000 per month. This was, closer to zero. And overall, I still think there are positive effects on the labor market as well as negative effects on the labor market. And the net impact so far has been relatively small. Over time, I think we are going to see a large productivity boost. And that is going to mean disruption for employment.
By like 2040 or 2035.
If I look forward 1, 2, 3 years, I think it is going to be a drag on labor demand. Longer term, though, I still think that we'll also be creating a lot of jobs in new occupations and new industries. And if you look at the waves of...
All right. I'm over it. As we slowly start to, of course, lose our workforce and rotate it into, of course, AI and robots. All right. Anything else happening? Let's take a look at more news. I want to see cryptonews.net now. Shielded Labs proposes new Zcash update to prove that Zcash supply after the Orchard bug is sound. I don't know, man. It's hard to throw money at that right now. What if they unshield it, everything, and they realize that there's like half the supply is just I guess it doubled, I guess. Bearish Zcash hits a record high as privacy tokens price crashes. CoinDesk 20 performance update. Bitcoin price drops 2.8% again. Guys, we've been talking about the privacy coins this morning. The huge Zcash crash. Zcash crash. Trash. Bitcoin's $60,000 retreat breakout could cause a chain reaction from sales. Who the hell's selling though? When more than 50% has bought the top. Who the hell is selling?
What are you, stupid?
Who is selling? I know even Mega Sailor sold Bitcoin, but it was 30 coins. That's like me selling like 30 sats. It's so stupid.
What are you, stupid?
I see your Japanese joke. Good stuff, says Jake the Snake. Geez, kuda kabayo. Cliff says we still need to tap 55K per the King of Ohio. Good morning. Ohio gozaimasu. Manbush in the chat. We love you, Cliff. We love you. 61,000. Looks like I asked you guys earlier, where are we going? 55K. You guys are super bearish on me too. Damn. I mean, we can't just skim the surface of like 59 first. We can't just like touch 58, you know, like, no, we got to go straight to 55K. But we do have 40% of you guys saying 59K is from the cards today. Where are we going today? Maybe a bounce, man. Maybe we do start to get a bounce. We haven't seen a V-shaped recovery yet. We've seen a little bit of a dead cat bounce over here now, back on Wednesday. But we didn't see that real big recovery like we saw on 2.5 yet. So it tells me that there's more pain to come. We go back over here to 2.5. Remember February, we saw basically back-to-back daily candle, down and of course up on a huge, I think it was like, what was it, 13%, something like that, 17% down, and we had a recovery of like, yeah, about 14-15% after. And yeah, we haven't seen like that quite yet in a single day for a recovery. So I still feel like until we see that, maybe it happens next week, maybe it happens on the weekend. This weekly candle is pretty aggressive. Holy crap, that is the largest weekly candle we've had since probably 1010. Even probably worse than 1010. Holy shit, guys, look at that. This is the single worst, wow, in at least the last 2 years. Let's go back. Let's go back. Probably the last 3, 4, 5, 6 years. Period. Oh my, this might be the most oversold period on the weekly. What? Worse than FTX? No way. This is crazy, guys. Yeah. I think blockchaincenter.net called it. Well, not quite. We did have, if you count the wick down there from FTX, that was 33% on a weekly pullback. Where are we at right now? Are we bigger than that? 33% on a weekly pullback. We're I think at 25 now, aren't we? 17%. So yeah, we're about half as bad as we were back in the FTX crash of 2022. I remember I lived through it. How'd I get through it, guys? This little guy right here. Oh, jeez. That's how you get through the bear, man. That's how you get and you buy all of it, too. That's how you get through it, too. You just keep constantly buying. You buy your way through it, you drink your way through it. All right, Rograt says, I thought it wouldn't drop below 69K. Me too, man. Me too. Again, going back to that narrative, originally in 2025, I said that a lot too. We will not drop below 69K. What was the idea? We have never popped below the previous. It was again one of those things we always talked about in, of course, the Bitcoin sphere, the crypto space. We've never gone below the previous all-time high from the after U.S. election, and this is true. This is the first time we've ever done that. This time has been a lot different. This is another one of those reasons why we say the 4-year cycle is dead, institutional adoption's here. But I feel like maybe these back-to-back IPO listings are done on purpose. The spacing on this too, and Bitcoin's sell-off, the bear market, everything. It almost seems like this is manufactured. It's like done on purpose. I don't believe in coincidences, guys. You guys know that from our Tinfoil Hat Tuesday days. But yeah, I mean, on the macro stage right here is pretty much the bottom. We have not lost trend yet, right? Since Bitcoin's beginning of time. Yeah, this is it. It's either make or break right now. We are oversold to hell and back. The miners are in pain. It really should stop right now. It really should stop right now. Even the power law is screaming it should stop right now. And I have talked more about the power law than I ever have before now, just because of how this has never been broken. It's been the most sound. I haven't brought this up in years, really, until recently. I never really liked the power law. To me, it was bearish. So now the power law is looking bullish. It's stupid how that works.
What are you, stupid?
Yes. But yeah, we are really sitting on the on the precipice of extreme fear. Really are. I'm surprised extreme fear right now sitting at 12. It really should be at like 4, 3. Uncertainty is real. All right. Let's get back to it, guys. Anything else happening over in TradFi land? Let's take a look. Let's see what's going on in Bloomberg. I'm going to give it maybe another 20 minutes. We'll get into about 11 a.m. maybe here in the States, Eastern Standard Time. Some back and forth banter from, Bloomberg.
Good products, but boy, they're expensive.
Yeah, they were kind of the first mover on really good products, but then a lot of copycats came around, and guess what? They've all figured out how to do it pretty well, too.
Yeah, that's pretty much, stories all the time. Okay, what else?
Save Lebanon if we want to
CNBC's on break. They're on break. We haven't had any Iran news the entire week. Trump has had some dumb rhetoric back and forth on Truth Social, but nothing really breaking as of 11 minutes ago. With a great jobs report, it just announced stocks should go up, not down. This is how it was for the last 200 years. Growth does not mean inflation. How else can the country attain greatness? He's been having this, of course, rhetoric about the stock market, too, about the bad news should mean bad, of course, for the overall stock market. Good news should be, of course, good for the overall stock market. And yeah, he's still keeping that rhetoric alive. Oh my God, the Trump mobile phone. Did those ever come out? I remember that was announced like 2 years ago or a year ago, right when he took office. A great new book from fabulous Ainsley Earnhardt. All right. Nothing, of course. Video of him golfing. Okay. Let's see. Anything else pertaining to our the greatest president of all time? What the hell? The ballroom is coming along fantastically. Okay. Is that even a word? Fantastically? I think it is. God, what is the True Social's just ads? Holy hell, ads. I guess he's got to pay to keep the lights on, I guess. Holy shit. I can't even doom scroll over here anymore. All right. Anything else happening on True Social, Doom Social? I'd like to thank our great senator, Lindsey Graham, for putting up the Save America Act for a vote today, 14 hours ago. All voters must show a proto ID. All right. Watch California, everybody. Our elections, we already covered that last night. All right. Nothing else happened with the president this morning again. With the bombs, like I guess they pulled the the military budget, so I don't really know what we're gonna be looking at coming into the next few weeks. How are we gonna go into Cuba if we don't have the funding for it? All right, let me get back to the chat. Wiztron in the house. I'm looking at $59,500 long with a 61.1. Looks like I'm guessing that we will wick to 59K for the poll. Nice. So we got his vote for 59K on the poll. You guys are now tied between 59 and 55K. Where are we going today? It's Friday, too. Remember, the volatility is really pretty low on Fridays. So I'll be looking at 59K, maybe 58, maybe 57, but not 55 today. Let's see. Robert says, I thought we wouldn't drop. Yeah, we talked about that earlier. We won't go lower than the previous all-time high from the last president election. And yeah, we did that. All right. Anything else to talk about? I think that's it, guys. We're running out of steam now this morning. Back over to Doomberg, back over to TradFi, of course, CNBC.
But it really comes.
We didn't take a look at CNBC yet. There we go.
1920, and you are blessed.
Talking about sports. Normies, of course, love their sports. We look at the normie news all the time, every night. I'm so tired of the sports ball. Okay. Anything else happening? Anything else? More doom? Any more pain for the top 100? Not really. Let's take a look at the daily. Ooh, yes, there is. Now down 6% on average. Top 100 and 200 respectively on the day. Damn, guys, we are continuing to bleed this out. And again, most of it's driven by Zcash and Lab, LAB. All right. Let's see. Dixie's still continuing to go up, 99.82. Don't like that. Again, terrible for risk on assets. You know what we haven't looked at yet? How's the overall market cap of Tether doing right now? 187.4, about the same as it was yesterday. USDC sitting at about 75 billion. Again, lower, down from their highs on market cap. But pretty much still there. It's down from their 80 billion they touched, but it's still pretty much still there at all-time highs. Again, all of the capital rotating now into stablecoins and the US dollar. So I guess that's about it, guys. I'm running out of things to talk about. The news is drying up. $61,000 on Bitcoin being retested. Right now, the order books, again, still getting in that tight range between 63,300 and 63,300. We have a $3,000 split right now. Again, this has pretty much been our range for the absolute bottom, right? This has been our number for a while. How's the overall market cap? Total market cap right now sitting at 2.191 trillion, the lowest we've ever seen all year. Right now, at this very moment, 2.100 was touched. Yes. Again, I'm gonna restate this, right? The last time we touched this market cap, we were even lower than the market cap. Bitcoin did touch, of course, $60,000, 59.9 on a wick, right? A 15-minute candle. But right now sitting at all-time lows on market cap, and Bitcoin still has resiliency to stay above 60K. How much more pain can we see? Are we going to be able to break $2 trillion in market cap? That's the real question here. And then, of course, if we do, will Bitcoin stop the blood at about 55,000? Possibly. I really don't see if these people are coming in at $30,000 Bitcoin. It's ridiculous, absurd. It's nonsense. The market cap would have to be like, what was it, like $400-500 billion, half a trillion. And of course, the entire market cap of crypto outside of Bitcoin is now sitting at less than $1 trillion, 864 billion for all the shit coins on Earth. I just don't see it. There's nothing left to squeeze, guys. There's nothing left to squeeze. We're getting down the nitty gritty. Look at the overall trend. We're getting down the nitty gritty. There's hardly anything left. Maybe Max Payne, $500 million, man. Half a trillion. 500, maybe. Max Payne. Let's see, that's the total market cap of everything outside of Bitcoin. And then Bitcoin's market cap right now is sitting at like 1.3, 1.2, what is it? 1.1 something, 1.2 trillion. Max Payne. Ooh, okay, so if we lose about $300 billion in everything, all the shit coins, what would that be? Right now we're sitting at about 900 billion, a little less than that. Who's counting? That would take us a little bit less than half. Let's say 40%. Let's be like 40% market cap. No. What would it be? 900. Maybe like 35%. Yeah, let's say about 35%. Bitcoin's market cap right now sitting at stupid number. Stupid number. 1.2 trillion, right? So minus 35%. Looking for Max Payne there somewhere. $780 billion. I just don't see it. I don't see it. But what would that take us to? Let's take a look at Coin Perspective, one of my favorite tools in our space. Why market cap matters, guys. That's why. All right, take a look at Bitcoin right now, sitting at 60,900. If the market cap was, what did I say? $780 billion. $780 billion with a B. Give the B. Be sitting at $38,900 Bitcoin. I'm not seeing that, man. I'm not seeing it. Again, Max Payne. Let's see if that adds up. So that'll be the last time we hit the bear market lows on total market cap of all crypto except Bitcoin. Last time we hit the bear market lows of 2023 would be 31,000, 22,000. Yeah, not seeing it. Right around here would be that target, about the run up right before we got the ETFs in 2024 in January. So that would be Max Payne, maybe like 40,000. That's insane. That would be about $800 billion market cap. All right, just kind of putting things in perspective there. I actually should have put that on the other chart. Damn it, making a mess of my charts. Get out of the way, Kim. Get out of the way. Let me see if I can copy paste that over here. I want to throw that over here. Oh yeah, it's not gonna copy that, is it? Bastards. I'll just draw it again. $800 billion market cap. I'm gonna just undo everything I did over here, making a mess of my chart. It's already messy. My God. Poor Jake, man. I just keep drawing all over him. All right. That's the idea. Okay. That's still, I mean, a little lower than I'm expecting it, but Max Payne, $800 billion market cap. Okay. Okay. I really don't want to go there. I'm still calling for the 50s if worst case scenario hits. Again, Michael Sauer has been buying 3 times the amount that we, or 2 or 3 times the amount we can even, of course, mint Bitcoin or mine Bitcoin at in the last 2 years. Yeah, of course, how fast BlackRock accumulated and all the other ETFs, et cetera, et cetera. I know there are outflows, but they're still holding, 800,000 tokens as of today, right? MicroStrategy, of course, is holding 840,000. Getting close to their million. They will definitely hit it now that we're seeing the sell-off today. See 843,000 tokens, and BlackRock right now sitting at a total of, come on, scroll to the bottom, 811,000, even after all the outflows we've had in the past 2 or 3 weeks. It's down from a high of how many? Is it not down? It's up. Well, they did just buy. What was that? I just showed you. I don't even remember how many millions of dollars I just showed you. I don't know. We saw that on X. But apparently they're not selling as much as people are, of course, clamoring that the outflows are happening. Assets under management. Again, these Bitcoins are never yours. They're theirs always. They were supposed to go like for like at some point. Maybe a different product though. All right. Again, that's why market cap matters, guys. Where's XRP today? How much pain did we get XRP? Look at that, $1.10. We might break $1 today, guys, on XRP. Let's go. Send it. Send it. I love it. So much doom, guys. So much doom. This is where I thrive. Some of my favorite episodes are in the Max Payne areas. Okay, Duet Stream says, hey man, what's up? Do you have any idea who the hell's selling like this? Is crazy. Everybody? Everybody? There's a lot. There's so much macro happening, dude. So I have heard too that Iran is selling. I heard Iran is selling. I forget what the narrative was on that. Crypto. Let me see if I can find it. I think they were dumping their exchanges or something. As of 3 days ago, as of 21 hours ago, Bitcoin price rise. Why is Bitcoin falling below 62,000 as Iran the conflict escalates? Iran surging in crypto activity draw. That's back in February. That's the 2.5 event. Anytime past day. Crypto crash today. Why Bitcoin is very selling. It sucks because everyone's just talking about the war in Iran and not, combining the sell-off. That's gonna be hard to really just dig that up. I have to find it over on X. But yeah, that's one of the narratives I've heard, that Iran is starting to sell off some their crypto stash as well. Let's see if I can dig it up. Seize their assets. This is why it's so hard, because there's so many headlines around Iran. It's hard to get this. Here we go. $1 billion crypto wipeout as Bitcoin hits 2-month low. Sell-off continues. The weakens over the Iran conflict. No, it doesn't say directly. Crowds chant in unison. Iran shows off new effect tax boat. That was last year. Last month. Yeah, I'm just not gonna be able to find it. There's too many things connecting that headline to find that narrative that I remember reading about or hearing about on a car ride or something. I forget. All right. So yeah, we're about ready to break $1.10 on XRP. All right. Anything else happening? Any other? What's the biggest mover right now in the top 10 other than Zcash? I do. It's insane. They hit at 16 cents. It's mind-boggling. Other bigger sell-offs here. IP's down to 32 cents. There's a lot of pain, man. A lot of pain here on the charts. Rave Dow's now down to 34 cents. Whoa! Damn. This thing was kind of chilling around 60 for a minute. It's been a while since we had some fun with Rave Dow. This could snap back too for some fun later. Look at that flash crash there. Yes, sir. XCN. Anything else? 15% off Tau. There we go. Broke 200 again today. There we go. A lot of goodies, man. A lot of goodies. Near down another 9.5% today. Breaking the trend line. Of course, Near was one of the most resilient with Render recently too. See Render's breakdown as well. Yes, it did. $1.60 on Render. It's so cheap. It's so cheap, guys. And then let's double check Sui. How's Sui doing? And it's still chopping above, attempting to keep 70 cents. We are going to probably see some more retest down to 65, maybe 67 cents soon. These are crazy prices, guys. Don't forget to nibble this dip. It is, yeah, it did touch our trend, though. We're still waiting for this thing to break down a little further in the overall grand scheme of things. It's got to get back down to maybe 67, 68 flat. Hit that trend line again. All right, guys, I think I'm running out of steam. I got to get some stuff done today. I am in the middle of a move. I am, of course, moving the studio abroad. I'm going to be heading out to Asia by the end of the year. Making my way down to Florida at some point again by the end of the summer, maybe this month or the end of next month. I gotta hurry up, guys. I'm selling everything I own, and yeah, we're on the move. We're on the move. Better times ahead. Again, don't forget to take a nibble at this market as the prices continue to drop. The most money is made in a bear market. Appreciate the bear market, guys. Be bullish in the bear. Be a bull in the bear. That's what I gotta say. Duet Stream says somebody's wallet is selling his bitcoins like a lady, whatever the price she may be. You just reminded me of Mr. 100. We haven't took a look at that wallet in a while either. Let's take a look at the wallet of Mr. 100. I think I still have it linked. Mr. 100 wallet. Where are you? There. No, that's not it. Damn it. Oh, there it is. There it is. I was worried I had it on a different computer. I still got the links. There we go. Mr. 100, is he selling? He's buying. He's buying. Nothing but buying. No selling coming from Mr. 100 since, well, since the second. He did sell 250 on the second. Did we ever confirm who the hell Mr. 100 is? I don't think we ever did. Yeah, so he's still buying. He's bought 100 Bitcoin today. The largest buy since, holy shit. Since May when we fell to $74,000. And then before that, he hasn't bought 100 in a single day since April, when we were sitting at 94,000. What? No, that's not right. That's not right. That's the transaction. Okay, 73,400. So he has been buying all the lows and buying about 100 every single time we hit some of these major lows. Then the previous time before that, Mr. 100 bought, holy crap, you could probably go into the last year maybe, probably the 10-10 event. He hasn't been, living up to his namesake for a moment, man. He was buying up 100 almost every week or every day back in 2025. This is April, and the next 100 we have on Mr. 100 is 150. Yeah, March, and we hit 69K. There we go. So yeah, he's been buying all the lows, and he buys 100 at all the lows in recent I guess transactions though. But I just saw another one. Where to go? He's mostly just buying 5 or 10 now every day. 63,000. He bought another 100 there February when we hit that low, and he looks like he missed the February 2.5. No, he probably didn't. We're not there yet. Another 100 here February 1st. Yeah, he did miss the 2.5 event. He didn't buy 100 on that day. He bought 80, but we were above 60,000 again. Not even Mr. 100. This again goes to show you guys. Not even Mr. 100 bought the dip on 2.5. And when we had that down there, 59,800 was there for 15 minutes or less. Not even Mr. 100 got that. So most people won't buy that dip. $70,000. $70. 70 cents on Sui. Oh my God. My God. 70 cents on Sui. 60,900. Still chopping there for Bitcoin. I will see if we get lower, guys. You guys in the chat still looking at 59K today, 33% chance, 29% chance of you guys, 20 of you guys saying 55K. Somewhere between 55 and 59K is more than likely we're going to see today. Maybe 58, 59. That's what I'm calling for anyway. Again, we're bouncing off our bear right now. The bear case scenario playing out. Of course, calling for baseline bear last night. I'm going to leave with you guys with that. Have a great day. Stay safe. I probably should get a haircut. I should probably take care of myself. Maybe eat something. I haven't eaten too much in the past few days.
What are you, stupid?
Yeah. Have a good day, guys. Stay safe. Buy the dip, but don't buy too crazy, as we still may see more pain soon. Later, guys. Catch you tonight.
When will then be now? Soon.
Fly me to the moon. Let me trade among the stars. Let me see what freedom's like without money and gold bars. In other words, hold my keys. Oh! In other words, let's make history. Oh! Do my world is more wrong and let me huddle forevermore and more and more and more and more. I want more. Hollywood shop in the door. In other words, I should you. In other words, I love you.
Oh man, I am exhausted, guys. I'm feeling some kind of way. Tired, boss. I'm tired. Whatever I put in my coffee, dude, this is gross. Okay, I'll see you guys tonight again. Don't forget, we also have a Patreon live tonight for, of course, my fans only on the other side, 8 p.m. Of course, we will come back for the market close. And then, we do, the Patreon live after 9:30. We have that over here. So again, stick around, guys. We have a lot more chaos coming soon. Later. Later.